Today, we have some Chainsaw Man pops and some really cool ones, actually. This is kind of a wave, not really. It's a few exclusives, and then these three at the bottom here, which is a Moment, a Deluxe, and then a regular one, really was never kind of announced as a wave. It just kind of came out. But I'm going to review them all at once because I got them all at once. But everything here really surprised me on how well it actually is made from seeing it like this. I want to unbox them and see how well they actually are. But I have a lot of faith in these. These really impressed me, and I am really excited to get these out of the box and see how good they actually are. So, without any further ado, let's get on into that. But before we do, if you do feel like it, you can subscribe. You can see more videos like this. We did a Spy Family one not too long ago. There's some free run ones that I'm working on getting all of them. I have got some of them, working on getting the whole set. Then we're going to make a video on those. And we're always unboxing Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, other ones like that. And if you're not into Funko Pops, we have anime figures and everything else, and anime reviews, everything else as well. So plenty for you to enjoy if you'd like to. So subscribe, you can see that as soon as it comes out. But let's get right into these. Okay, so I want to start with the one that actually interests me the most, but I think it'll be the weakest pop. So this is Aki here. This is a Anime Expo exclusive here. And what's interesting about this one is it's actually a limited one. It is a 5,000 piece one here. So that's actually quite limited, really, when you think about it. These are getting 10,000 of them. This one got 5,000. So, you know, maybe it'll be worth something someday. Probably not, but, you know, never know. But what kind of disappoints me about this pop is that while it is limited, it's not that unique. And yeah, he's got a different weapon, but did we need this? Not necessarily, but I do think out of anywhere you were gonna put it, Anime Expo is probably the best place to put it, because then it's like not a common that's just gonna sit on store shelves. What is neat is that they put it in this big pop protector thing, and so that is one reason why they could raise the price. So this was actually a $25 pop and not just a $15 pop. But this is the new type of Funko Pop here. So you can see there it is the limited edition, authentic, whatever. Pretty cool. I know some people used to really get upset at this little button down here in the bottom there, right there, because it would dent the bottom of these things, and it still does. So if you're wondering, are these better? No, they're not. But I don't really care. I don't care about this. I'll use it as a thing to display them, but I don't really care about these because I just take them out of the box. I don't like having them in the box. I don't think they look as good. But anyway, let's go ahead and unbox this. Let's see how it looks out of the box here. I am not super, you know, confident that it'll be really cool, but hey, maybe it is. Maybe it's the coolest thing I've ever seen. I do think we have another Aki Pop that'll be really cool here in a second, but this one, not so much. But anyway, let's go ahead and get him out of here. And, I mean, he's fine. It's Aki with a sword, so I know it's probably got a specific name. I do not know that specific name. He does have a sheath on the back here, which is pretty cool. The little detail on his earring there and everything. I mean, the hair looks nice. It's a fine pop. There's nothing really wrong with it. I'll show some close-ups as I talk about them and everything. But he looks fine. The shoes look nice and everything. It's just kind of boring, to be honest. So, yeah, a solid pop from Anime Expo there. Really, this one was not a part of the wave. It's just something that came out at the same time, so we included it. But like I said, I think this is definitely the weakest one that we have seen today. Now I want to move on to the one that I think is a little bit better. Let's talk about Denji here. So this is Denji with Pochita there, and so they made a Power with Meowie pop that I have yet to get. They actually made two versions of her. I'll pop it up here. They made two versions of her. They made one to where she is with a flocked version, and one to where she is with the regular version. So it's a chase one. Got to find the chase and everything. I'm not a big fan of that, but so basically there is now a Denji one to go alongside that one. So yeah, I kind of need that one to get my full opinion on it, but I think it'll be fine. This one I think looks a little bit cooler, and if anything, this is a cool one because now we finally get a Pochita that is the correct size. So I'll show you in close-ups here, but it's actually like correct size and everything, and the Pochita looks really nice. I'll be honest about that. And I do like that we now have a Denji with the eye patch. That's what I've been looking for, and I will say it's a good little variant here. I'm happy with this one. I think out of all the variants you could do for him, this is one that I'm pretty happy with. I think it turned out pretty well. I think it's one that makes sense. There's other ones like this that you could do, but I don't think we need that. I think this is fine, and I think it works pretty well. There's one pop that I'm not reviewing today that is technically a part of this wave, and that is a Makima pop. Now, that Makima pop doesn't come out for like another month and a half. It's an Amazon exclusive. And I think that Makima pop is boring because we got a Makima pop already, and now we're getting another Makima pop, and there's not enough difference between the two of them for me to really be excited about it. But I've got it pre-ordered. We'll look at it in a short whenever that comes out, but that's the only problem with a series like this, is that they're gonna run out of stuff. And I'm fine if they just don't put out anything for a little bit. Let the series cook for a little bit, and then you can put out new stuff. There's plenty of new characters that will be introduced in Chainsaw Man down the line that you can make pops of. You don't have to make a bunch of Aki, Denji, Power, and Makima pops right now. But anyway, I digress. We'll move on. So here is our first exclusive here. Well, technically that was, but this one is like a store exclusive. So this is Power in her bikini. So this is the Power that we see in the OP for season 1. This is that. So it's actually not based on anything in the show. It's based off of the OP, which is fine. And I've heard a lot of people talk about this pop because some of them say it's the Gooner pop, and you're not 100% wrong, but it's definitely, I think, a unique one here. So let's get her out of the thing here. She's kind of tiny. Let's get her out of here and take a look at it ourselves, because it's gonna be an interesting one, that's for sure. So pulling her out of the plastic here, let's put this on here. We do get a little base, and it goes into her knee and her hand. And this one, I feel like I need to do a couple different angles of it, but you definitely get, this is definitely a unique pop because she's crawling. You do get a little window here for her butt in the back. And yeah, I mean, it's Makima in a bikini. That is exactly what it is. You cannot move her head. Her head does not swivel because it doesn't really work with her butt there. But I mean, it works. It definitely works. It's one of the more unique pops. I'm not gonna deny that. Did we need it? More so than this one. I'm more happy with this than I am this, but it's fine. I'm fine with this one. This one, I'm like, we did not need that. The Makima one, we did not need that. Denji, I'm like, man, that's fine. It's a unique one. Kind of works with the Power that we got with Meowie. This one, I'm like, that's fine. Right on the border there, but it's fine. It's unique at least. It's not just like the standard Aki with a sword now, but whatever. Let's get on to some good ones. Okay, so in the last few years, Funko has really been kind of upping their game whenever it comes to the deluxe and even the moments. I think the moments have greatly improved lately. Some of the early moments, like the 2 Attack on Titan ones and some of the Demon Slayer ones, are god-awful. They are the worst. but they've been really improved. The Tengen fighting pop moment thing, that was great. That was amazing. So I am very happy with how they're doing it now, and this one I think is really nice. But let's go ahead and do the deluxe first here, because I think the deluxe is really cool as well. This is a power pop. Now all of these should be common, so you should be able to pick these two up wherever you shop, and you should be able to get them pretty easily, I would think. But it is a pretty cool pop here, I'm not gonna lie. I love the detail here in all of the ground here. The big purple slime there, which is the whatever, the demon or whatever she's hitting, is going all of his guts everywhere. That looks really nice. I love the pose they've got her in where she's jumping. I think that looks really nice. And her hair is flowing really nice. I like that a lot. This is a really nice pop. I do love the blood sickle here, the blood hammer is there. It looks really nice. This is a really good power pop. Like if you were only gonna get one pop of power, this is it. This is a nice little pop here. I'm not gonna lie. Everything about this, I'm very happy with. All right, one final one here, and this is the one to where I picked up all of these at Hot Topic except for this one. This one I had to order, obviously. But this one I picked up at Hot Topic, and whenever I walked in, whenever I knew this one, I had seen images of the like official image and everything, and whenever I saw those, I was not aware of the size of this thing. This thing is a big pop, like it is tall, and I am really surprised that they have done something like this. This is not something they do often, to where they put a lot of detail into the background and the surrounding area, and it looks really cool in my opinion. Let's get him out of here. He's a heavy pop too. All right, sitting him down there, let's put this back and set that aside, and let's pop him out of here. Let's see here. There's like extra plastic in here to protect the thing. Funko never does that. They don't really care. This is epic. Like, look at that. That is so cool. That thing has more detail than most pops. And it's beefy. I mean, this is a beefy thing. And Aki's not just like sitting here by himself. He is made into the pop. So it works as one big moment here. And man, this is incredible. I am not the biggest Aki fan by any means, but I am amazed at this one. I mean, the blood splatter on the mouth here, the eyes. People have always complained about Makima and Power, how they should have had different eyes. And to a degree, I agree, and in some ways, I disagree. But this one, because really what my problem with those is quality control. And this one makes me realize, like, all of these are so well printed. These eyes are so well done. They could have definitely done something with the other ones, and only having to do 2 of them, they could have done it. This is really nice. I don't compliment Funko that often. I really don't. Funko, I am more forgiving of them. I'm like, it's $15. Do you really care how much detail you're getting? You're getting a chibi figure, and that's all you get. With this one, though, I mean, yes, this is it's a moment. I think this ended up being right at $35. Now, I do get a discount through Hot Topic, so this was $35. So it's a bit more pricey. But I feel like I've gotten my money's worth out of this one. This is really cool. This might be one of my favorite pops of all time. Like, this is insanely Nice. Okay, so I've spent a few minutes and I have kind of decided my ranking of these. And so, starting at the bottom here, we have Aki. This Aki kind of sucks. I understand, yes, you know, the first one, he didn't have his sword, and that's fine. And so now you're doing one with a sword, and that's fine. I get it. However, for one, this is a convention exclusive. I had to pay $25 because you put it in a pop protector that I didn't want. So it's a limited one, so it's a bit more sought after. People might spend more money. If they want a complete Chainsaw Man collection, they will spend a little bit more money to probably get him. And that's kind of annoying because then you get it and you're like, well, this is kind of a boring pop. Moving up, we have Denji here, and Denji is fine. I don't love him, but I don't hate him. I think he works, and I think he's good for being a common. Power here, she's growing on me. There's a lot of detail in her little body here that is very chibi and kind of weird, but it works. It works. This Power is great. This is a fantastic Power pop here. You will not be upset if you pick this one up. You will love it. And this Aki here is one of the best Funko Pops I have ever seen in my entire life. This is incredible. The detail on it all the way around. Some pops, like if I turn all of these around, they look pretty boring. They're very bland and you don't even really get a lot. This one, I could turn this one in like 5 different directions. Like if I put it like maybe that, maybe this pose right here. But even then, like, he looks good from so many directions. This is a incredible pop. I am very happy with this one. Definitely some highs and some lows from this wave, but I am impressed. Now, I want to say, I don't need any more Chainsaw Man pops right now. There's a movie coming out later this year. You can make pops of them in the spring next year, and that'd be great. You can make pops directly from that movie. I'm sure right after that movie, they'll announce a season 2, and we'll get a season 2 later next year, maybe in early 2027, and you can make pops of the season 2. So you have plenty to do. You don't need any more from this one. If you really have to, there's like 4 or 5 characters that you can make pops of that have not gotten a pop yet. Do those. That's what we want. We don't need all of these over and over again. Just don't do that. We got that problem with Demon Slayer. You made Nezuko, Tanjiro, and Inosuke over and over and over again. We don't need that. Make some unique characters. Make some unique stuff like this. This is epic. Make more like that. That is what I want. So anyway, before I let you go, let me show you the collection now. This is my updated little Chainsaw Man collection here. And we will update this as we go along. So whenever I show you new shorts and everything, we will update that there. But anyway, subscribe to see that. Like this video if you enjoyed. Comment what your favorite one is. Do you think this one is as cool as I do? I think it is amazing. Let me know what you think of this wave. And do you own any Chainsaw Man Funko Pops? And if so, what's your favorite? But anyway, thank you so much for watching once again. I will talk to you guys very soon with more videos. But until then, thank you so much again,